Hey guys, Deli back. Another rebuild, or my first rebuild, it's not another one. So here we're gonna take over Zach Taylor, the new coach of the Cincinnati Bengals. Um, and so yeah, I don't actually know if he is hired yet, but he seems to be the front runner, so I wanted to pick him. So first we have to deal with re-signings, and I'm gonna bring back Eifert, of course, just because he's 89 overall in real life. There are no injuries in this, so no point in not keeping him. He's a monster when on the field. Um, yeah, I tried to re-sign Preston Brown. He denies the contract. Tell me if you guys like this style. I just sped everything up because I didn't want it to take too long, or otherwise it's been 2 hours, and I suck at editing. So I tried doing that at first, and I only got it down to an hour. And I was thinking about 2 times speeding it from there, but that would have been, I think, a little too much. So here we go after Ryan Shazier as my main free agent. I think my only free agent as well. Um, he's really a key sign. There was no one else really available that would help us in the long term like Shazier would. Shazier is at least semi-young still and fits our timeline overall. So we get him, and I picked the top draft class to download. This is on the PC, so that's why all the likes and dislikes and downloads are low. There's not many people play Madden on the PC, but it's easier for simming in my opinion, so that's why I used it. But there's also a few bugs with it, like when you try to sim, it like when you try to sim like 2025 season or late season, sometimes it just won't sim. It'll just get stuck on like week 2. I don't know if it's a console problem too. I play on the console sometimes, but I've never run into it. But so I do a lot of scouting here, but not that I really need to because these are all the normal prospects. But it's good to get a glimpse if any of them were going to be huge busts that I would be some of the guys I'd consider taking. And so I actually did this rebuild like a week ago in real life, and I just haven't gotten around to editing it. So I don't even remember who I took, but there are a lot of interesting options here for sure. I'm just as curious as you guys are to see where I draft. But this rebuild definitely goes pretty well. I mean, Madden Sim's broken, of course. Um, who do I take? I trade it. I trade it. I traded to the Browns, right? Yeah, okay. So I traded to the Browns. I get a first round pick in this year and the second this year. It's giving me some more picks. Nope, I don't get that. Okay. I remember me offering that. Do I get that? No. Do I even make this trade? No, I don't even make the trade. Okay. I think I take Jawan Taylor. Yeah. 76 quick, solid pick. We need offensive lineman. He's a perfect fit right in. All the quarterbacks, of course, still off on the board like normal Madden fashion. I take Isaiah Prince. Mm. Sorry, that was me drinking water. Then I take Almani, of course, the cornerback from Penn State. He's a monster in real life. He's not going to go in the third round. He would definitely go before that. But here we get to snag him in the third. At this point, I'm just grasping for straws. I think I yep Jordan Jones. He's not as good. I think Jordan Jones is pretty alright in real life. No absolute steal, and I take Blankenship. Pretty interesting pick. Mm. In the seventh, I go Jake Browning, get a back quarterback. Alright, ready for season number 1. We still have Dalton at the helm. That won't last for long, but for now he's here. I'm gonna move Taylor to left tackle, I guess. Um, he doesn't actually go to left tackle. He's still at right. But I make some I don't know some players I definitely don't want on this team, and I'm gonna trade them away in a second. I'm just scrolling through, seeing who I don't want. Yeah, Dunlap's contract really, because I want him to be a Bengal for life, but man, that contract on Glenn is kind of tough. Okay, well I snag a first in the Bills here. It's pretty dirty contract. I think pretty dirty value. All right, so Gino, who wants the Geno Atkins sweepstakes? Wow, that's a pretty nice pick for a fifth overall pick, projected at least. Dunlap. What did I get for Dunlap? I don't even remember some of the trades I made. Yep, I traded Dunlap for a first. So this team is getting worse by the second, but we're really re-gearing for a nice future rebuild. These are some key pieces we're getting. Did I release Jordan Evans? No, I wanted to trade him so Malik Jefferson could definitely start. Alright, I love this defensive line. I try to keep it together for as long as possible. The Billings, Willis, Lawson, and someone else. I don't even remember who. Maybe I get them later. I don't know. Are they early on team? I wish I'd show my defense again. I'm watching with you guys, by the way. I'm at like the same point. So, um, so yep, 3-4 at the midseason mark, way better than I expected, and I think we finished the season out strong. Yeah, we go 7-9, shocking. We get my goal victory I said at the beginning of the year. Pretty solid season for everyone. Shaq Lawson and Carl Lawson kills it. No, nothing special there. I don't think we get any yearly awards. But as you can see, the Chargers had a very nice season. They won like everything. The Raiders got offensive and defensive rookie of the year. So that's something for if you're a Charger fan. But I'm gonna try to do one rebuild of every single team that didn't make the playoffs at least. That's gonna be my goal. I already did a bunch, and this Bengal one was very interesting because I get a certain player later who goes absolutely off for me, even though the sim's broken when it comes to making me win, which is unfortunate. But you know, I am very happy with that team I built. So we have to sign some free agents, and I see a speed linebacker. Really hard for me to not sign Deion Jones. I don't. I try to go after Bernard again. Do I go after Deion Jones? I think I have to. It's just in my nature. I don't know. Oh yeah, I go for Darrell Williams. I get both of them, which is key. Get my nice third down back. Wow, that's kind of double. And then I get a nice tackle to play opposite of Jawan Taylor. I get a 2020 class. I forgot I didn't scout anyone, so in the future rebuilds I actually just turn auto scouting on and just keep normal prospects because to be honest there's no busts in these, so it's kind of not as fun. Like yeah, it's fun to see the real names, but it's just not. They're just not the real people because there's no busts. I mean, there's gonna obviously be some busts, but not in here. I think top priority is wide receiver this class. AJ Green's aging. Boyd seems to be the only valiant option going forward with John Ross not panning out quite the expectations. I could still use offensive line, of course, so I'm gonna see what I go with. The 8th overall pick in the draft. Oh yeah, I take my future quarterback with Tua. Yeah, I needed Tua. I mean, he's a perfect fit here. He's the Andy Dalton replacement. And I gotta take his predecessor, Jerry Jeudy, of course. No, I take Patty Fisher. Okay, well, I do take Jeudy. Here he is. Yeah, where's Jerry Jeudy? Nope. Yep. There you go. Now I take Jerry Jeudy. He's kind of a bust, actually, at least ranking-wise. He ends up... I don't want to spoil it, but he's solid. He's not... He's okay. Levante Taylor. 5th round. I don't know why I'm just not simming at this point. I think I might. Nope. I need a punter, of course. And now I can sim. Nope. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So that's a very solid draft. I got Tua. that's how we clarify the draft. I got Tua. And of course, this means Andy Dalton is a must trade at the moment. My offensive line is young and coming along very nicely. My linebacking core is solid, but Burfict's gonna have to go soon. Same with Sean Williams. They're both not long for this world. They're gonna leave soon. All right, trades. First up is who wants Dalton, and I need to trade Dre's contract. And teams actually want Dre, which really shocks me. 75 old cornerback with a bad contract, but I am A-okay with it, of course. They got Ed, by the way, 49ers is my favorite team. They got Ed Oliver and DeForest Buckner. That would be my dream come true in real life. Alright, now it's time to trade Andy Dalton to a team that wants him. Of course, Broncos always in need of quarterback. And they're not really... I also got Gardner Minshew, by the way, I noticed during this. If you don't know who he is, Washington State quarterback, he's hilarious. He's like a better version of Baker Mayfield off the field. It's great. So he's the locker room captain support. You know, he's out here just trying to make everything work. He's like Alex Moran from Blue Mountain State. So AJ Green time. I like it. Resign him. Resign Carl Lawson. These are must resigns. Jordan Willis, of course, got to bring him back. I bring Ross back. Mostly I'm trying to keep everyone together at this point because I like the direction the team's taking. How do we finish the season? We don't make the playoffs. Unfortunate. how Tua do though is the real question on the table. We're not concerned about playoffs. We're concerned about Tua's development and developing Tua into that franchise QB that we think he can be. So AJ Green time, yeah, he's not having it, but we're not having it either. We're gonna have to tag him, because we're not losing Green. He's a Bengal for life. Yeah, when it comes to here, we don't need any running backs. We're pretty set there with Mixon and Bernard. We could still use offensive line, but I don't want to sign any of these old guys because I like the direction our team's taken. Not much young talent, to be fair, so we kind of avoid most people. I offer Hightower. I don't know if I don't think I really get him. Do I? I do get Hightower. Okay, he's the perfect replacement then. Yeah, okay. So he's replacing Perfect. Patty Fisher on the left. And now we're set. And we're going to upload this 2021 draft class with, of course, the Clemson legend. So we can't obviously take him, but we kind of cool to look at him, scout him. But yeah. So we can't take Lawrence. Because we took Tua. Maybe I should have waited a year, been patient. But no. Tua seems like a good fit with the Bengals. He just seems like a Bengal. You know, he just seems like he'd fit well with the Bengals. So we got the. He really fits well with the. I mean, we got Mixon. That's a nice speed option there. We powered him with Judy, John Ross. These speedy. Wow, that was a good pick by me. These speedy wide receivers. Just one. Then we got a slot. I mean, actually, any QB would really fit, but I like Tua a lot. He's one of my favorite players, so fits well with any team of mine. So here, of course, we need to get a big player. We need to make a splash to start winning now. So why not just sacrifice our future for Khalil Mack? Of course, the Raiders thought, and the Bears thought it was a good idea to do it, and it definitely was, because look, he's a game changer. And we weren't even out of picks at that point. That's kind of crazy. We really hit the mark with the first pick we made. Of course, I'm loving Gardner Minshew. Always clicking his name when I can. And now we got Khalil Mack. We're gonna move to end. And here he is going to take over the spot of Sam Hubbard, who just hasn't really done it for us, to be fair. So this team is looking dirty, and I'm just hyped to see what everyone does. I gotta watch Tua. Gotta hope that Khalil Mack can be the game changer on defense we need. And at this point, it appears like we're in the right direction still, but we're not quite there yet. We're in the right direction. We're not quite the contender I was hoping we'd be at this point. Oh, we're 6-2. Alright, that is kind of contender-ish, isn't it? Alright, so we make the playoffs with a bye. Tua killed it. Mixon killed it. Boyd killed it. Blocking, no one cares. But this is. Yeah, that's something, Khalil. 23.5 sacks, breaking the single season record. Khalil Mack, an absolute. He should have won MVP. He did not. Khalil Mack, of course, Defensive Player of the Year. Trevor Lawrence, the Ben Roethlisberger replacement. Sorry for that freeze there. That was a changing clip because I had to stop recording and re-record. So, but. Khalil Mack winning every award possible except for MVP, which he really should have been the MVP, man. Come on, 23.5 sacks. That's unreal. Alright, so that's our team. We're looking good. Go on to the playoffs. Play the Dolphins. We're 11-5. They're not 8-7-1. This should be an easy victory. We're an 82 overall, though. It's not really top tier, but we do beat them in a nice. Is it 10-6 game? No, I can't even see. I'm blind. I don't even know what the score was. Was it 10-0? I don't 10-0. It's kind of cool. Anyway, we beat them. We teach them that the Miami Dolphins and they'll be mediocre forever. Because that's obviously how it's going to work. They can't be good. That's against the law. Downs played. Everyone's looking good. But yeah, Khalil Mack was playing limited downs, which concerned me. And I thought it might be like a left outside linebacker glitch. Like, you know how the right outside linebacker always plays more in a 4-3 in Madden. So, we're playing. The Texans did a little scouting, see how they are. And we are Super Bowl bound. Yep. Khalil Mack was the game changer we needed him to be. And here we are. Tyler Boyd, AJ Green having some playoff action. And we're ready to go. We are we're win now mode. Let's get it. We just beat a Deshaun Watson led juggernaut team. And let's see our Pro Bowls. Of course, we got Tua making it. We got plenty of people making it. Boyd, Eifert, um, Daryl Williams, Khalil Mack. I sure hope I'm not missing anyone because I'm scrolling through this pretty fast. My punter, Chrisman. But so 11-4-1 versus me. We're about the same overall. Billings versus Cox. I mean, they seem to have the upper hand in all of these matchups, which is not very favorable to us. But Jesse Bates is a monster, and of course, Khalil Mack, game changer. So if we're gonna win this game, Khalil Mack's gonna have to have another hell of a performance, and we're really gonna have to see Tua break into the stardom that we thought he could be when we drafted him. So, let's do it. 54-41. We're 24-23. Not as quite as good, but you know what? We're in the right direction. A nice pregame show. I don't actually play this game, by the way. I just simulate it. I don't play on the computer. That'd be weird, I think. All right, they got Jason Myers as their kicker. Gonna kick it off. Yeah, okay. So let's just see how the Sims 7. Yep. As you can see, we're doing pretty well. And then I have to go to slow because they have a 10-point lead on us. And we need to come back. We need to come back right now. But VH3 picks the ball off. And that's going to end our playoff hopes. A 2 interception. He just wasn't ready for the spotlight yet. Young quarterback thrown into the mix. We always have next year, though. We have a bright future. Our team's mostly still young. Khalil Mack is so good that he's barely regressing. So, let's get right to it. Of course, I got to re-sign AJ Green again. He says no, so I tag him again. This is a recurring trend, if you can't tell. Gardner Minshew, got to lock him up for 7 years. And now, I have a pretty sick team, right? I mean, Von Miller and Khalil Mack. What about that? What about J.J. Watt and Khalil Mack? So I go after him. I also go after Leighton Vander Esch. I have cap room. I might as well use it. And Vander Esch actually denies my contract, which stunned me. I was like, whoa. Okay, so I'm like, let me up my offer on J.J. Watt because I want him. I'm like, no, that's not enough of a lead. Let me get J.J. Watt. This is a must-do. So I give J.J. Watt the big bucks, and he's coming to Cincy. He's gonna play DT for me. And boom, he's replacing Jordan Willis, and he is going to play on the same side as Khalil Mack, and that is deadly. Now, NFL draft time. I don't want my picks. Right? I don't think I take it, right? Do I take a pick? I don't think I do. Kevin Whitworth? Oh, yeah, I take Kevin Whitworth, who's an absolute monster. 81 overall. So he is, I just saw him and was like, yeah, okay, I need this guy. So I don't have anyone scouted because they turned to scout on too late. So I kind of have to take on just my own accord, and that's not bound to go so well. So yeah. And then I step to the end of the draft with a new star running back, but Mixon's still the guy, of course. He's still young. He's just entering his prime now. He fits our timeline perfectly as well. So, I don't know what I'm doing. Why am I not just staring at the screen? How long do I stare at the screen for? Alright, well, while we're staring at the screen, because I have no idea why I don't wait. It'll resume in a second. But, okay, there we go. Man, maybe I should try to edit these better. Like, I didn't edit it at all, because I just don't know what I'm doing. I bring Atkins back to the team in. I bring in another veteran, Jordan Reed, to round out this team into its win now mentality, because we're ready to do big things. So of course, high. We have a pretty easy schedule. Looking at it, okay. Well, I don't know why I'm pausing again, but yep, make the playoffs. That's my goal. That's a little bit of a low goal. I would set it to at least make the divisional, but it appears this is what we're gonna roll with after making the Super Bowl. So, let's see it happen. So will Tua be a Super Bowl champion? We have a few more years left. So, there's definitely time for us to do it. When I move lost in the end, I think, oh yeah, I was testing his position inside, I think, but I ultimately choose not to do that. Alrighty. Alright, let's go. Mid-season mark. We have a bye. We just came off a blowout against the Panthers, getting blown out, of course. That is concerning. Once again, I don't do anything. Maybe I wasn't shocked by the loss. I mean, I am right now. We got 4,770 coach XP. It's enough to make Tua develop a lot if we can buy that coach's XP bundle for him. But overall, looking back on this rebuild so far, we've done a pretty great job. I didn't even see what my record was, but playoff bound ? And of course, we are getting a bye. And we have View Yearly Awards, which is very, very nice. We have a ton of Coach XP. Our coach is leveling up. We went 15-1. Wow. Whitworth was a monster, by the way. Boyd and Judy. Judy's finally coming into his own. Everyone was great, but oh my god, Khalil Mack had 29 sacks. 29 sacks in a season. That, I can't get over it. Yeah, I mean, I can't even get it over then. Look, 29. He's 5th in the league for MVP, but he doesn't win it. Zach Taylor wins Coach of the Year. Mack, Defensive Player of the Year, of course. It's just insane what he just did. That is absolutely insane. Deion Jones on the Texans is interesting. A runner-up. Look at everyone. Go team. Offensive line's finally developing competently. Better than what we started with for sure. I mean, everything's better than what we started with for sure, to be fair. I mean, this team was pretty bad when I took it over, but of course Zach Taylor, the game-changing coach, he touched Sean McVay, so he must be a good hire. So that's how it works nowadays. So that's why he's gonna kill it for us. Oh, they got Leighton Vander Esch, which is almost unfair on the Jaguars defense, and so they are going to end our hopes. We are going to advance the next season. To the Lions, out of all teams, win the Super Bowl. Oh, that is curious. So I got Lil Jordan Humphrey on the team, of course, but I think I let him go. Very sad day. So there's plenty of players I could use. I almost go for Quinn Williams, but I'm set on Billings. I'm a big Billings fan. Not really, but in this, he's done solid. He's been good enough. He's gotten a ton of tackles for losses, so I'm okay with that. I have to find someone to take. Ken Lott, 79, slot guy, the Judy replacement. Judy really hasn't panned out completely the way we were hoping into being a star. Like, that guy's potential. So, we gotta make some changes. We draft this slot guy to be our true slot guy as AJ Green ages. This is 2022 offseason. Let's get it. Yeah, so this is our team. As you can see, 82 overall. We're not actually getting that much higher in overall, which is concerning for sure, but, you know, that happens. Why are we not getting up higher in overall? No, I thought I was like a 90 at this point. Okay, well, 82 overall is subpar. We definitely have holes, but we're better. We're getting better by the day. Yeah, conference championship is our goal. Nothing less would be a disappointment. So 4-3. That is concerning. Coming off a loss against a team that beat us in the playoffs last year. We need this, and we barely sneak into the playoffs. And how we play the team that beat us out for the division in the Cleveland Browns. Khalil Mack went absolutely ham again with 20.5 sacks, but that's just becoming the norm at this point, which is just unreal. The Seahawks apparently had the year. Khalil Mack didn't even win Defensive Player of the Year with 20.5 sacks. Yeah, just let that sink in. That's just mean. That's basically bullying. So I had to check this out, of course. And would you know, 23 sacks for Myles Garrett. Yeah, He's very good. So we have to beat the Browns, and we cannot beat the Browns. And the Browns actually go on to win the Super Bowl against them Seahawks, who had a great year. So it's overall disappointment. I think this is going to my final year as the owner of the team, maybe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is my final. No, it's not my final year. I don't know. Well, we're just gonna have to see. Gotta resign. Tua must priority, but he wants the Bucks. That's gonna really kill our ability to sign some people. So Judy, I'm gonna be unable to sign. I mean, yeah, I signed him barely enough just so I can have the ability to tag him, and I have to let everyone else go. Overall, tough. I want to trade Cap, um, but I can't. Anyone who I just signed, it's tough to trade. I want to trade Judy, just get his contract out of the way. But here's the problem with that: because I'm negative right now, even though I'm just trying to shed Cap, it like won't let me trade. So I add Darrell Williams to the mix. See who wants them both. See if I can pick up a superstar. And I think there are a few teams that are interested in both. The Dolphins are one. Eagles are another. And I go off the picks. Wow, I didn't know I went off the picks. Okay, well, okay, I got off the picks here. Apparently, that's not a very me thing to do at this point in the rebuild. We need a receiver for sure. I don't need Billings anymore, but I guess I'm gonna keep him. I don't want Shazier. I want a new middle linebacker. Shazier's getting too old. He fit our timeline at one point. He did his service, but at this point, he's just not there. So I'm gonna pick up this stud center to replace Billy Price, who's been pretty disappointing overall. Yeah, and he's gonna come right in and be an absolute superstar for us at the center position. Our right tackle is now a big hole because we just traded Darrell Williams. And we also, sorry, the mic cut out. So we could also use that third receiver. And yeah, the tight end position weakness. There seems to be a lot more weaknesses than strengths on this team all of a sudden out of nowhere. But one thing, at least we have that really solid defense that we could rely on, led by Khalil Mack, J.J. Watt, these solid veterans. Carl Lawson, who at this point is a pretty solid veteran. It's like a few years in, 5 years in from when it started. So Lawson's a veteran now. William Jackson's a veteran now. We got Jesse Bates is a veteran now. We got so many pieces on this defense, but middle linebacker is now a hole. But I kind of expected it to be. I mean, that was part of the point. I have zero cap room to really do anything with. So it's gonna rely on this draft because I can get good players for cheap contracts. And I really have to hit it home with this draft. More than almost any other draft before. So there's this beast receiver, another beast receiver. I'm liking May, 79. All right, I'll take that. Right at this point, that's solid enough. That middle linebacker really caught my eye though, so I wouldn't be surprised if I went back there soon. So I go after a cornerback in JT Emmanuel, and then I think with this pick I'm going to take my middle linebacker friend. No, I take another cornerback because I was disappointed with the first one, and he's not much better. Now here I have to take my guy Cy Wolfert, and Wolfert is pretty. I mean, he looks pretty bad, but the numbers he had were pretty good. I'm gonna start him. I'm happy with him as my middle linebacker. That is not a concern for me. So I take a fullback, and send him to the draft. So this is my final season, 100%. And I have to spend my coach XP, of course. Want everyone developing as fast as possible in this final season. Tua's up to an 86. Mixon's starting to regress, which is really unfortunate. J.J. Watt and Khalil Mack are regressing. But you know what? They're still studs at the moment. Gotta have faith in them. This team is nice. They're nice. They don't look like contenders, but they are. They're nice. So we're gonna see if we can win a Super Bowl with this team. This is not one of my best rebuilds, actually. Looking back on it, I remember this team being much better, but because I remember Khalil Mack being absolutely godly. He's the main highlight of this. But let's see if we can pull off a Super Bowl win in the final season. It would take some miraculous from Khalil Mack. Tua would really have to come into his own, and our receivers would have to. Again, the receivers are weak at this point, man. They're pretty weak. So Tua would have to make them, or one of our receivers would have to step up. And we're 2-5 at this point. 2-5. So Caden Stearns, a strong safety that's really young and really beast. Um, Even Boyd's starting to regress, and this is why I'm like, this is gonna be my final season. But I do resign him because I tried to sim 10 years, but it won't work because that glitch I was talking about before. And we go 9-7 and miss out on the playoffs. And everyone was pretty okay. Khalil Mack, 29.5 sacks, breaks his own record of 29 sacks. And I just have to see, he had 4 sacks. I just want to see if he had any huge monster games, man. And he's not even on the MVP list with 29.5 sacks. Cy Wolford's up there, Max, of course, up there. And so, this is how this rebuild is going to end. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and peace.